Hello everyone. It's 1st March. That means the new month have started for the daily challenge, and I'll try to upload this March. Try to upload all the questions, all the daily challenge question every day, so that I can be consistent as well as I could be helpful for someone as well. So let's dive into the first question. And today's question was pretty simple. The daily challenge question is comparatively easy. The usual ones that we see have not yet started. So let me explain you the problem. So we are given a string, and the string is guaranteedly have this string will guaranteedly have at least one. That is what the question is saying. So you will find at least one for sure. Okay, now the thing is we have to maximize the decimal number out of this binary number. So we are given a string which is 010, and we have to rearrange the values in such a way that at the end, when we convert this back to a decimal value, it will be the maximum one that we can get by then. Fine. So let's jump into the explanation part. What is that one thing which makes a binary number for sure an odd number? What is it? It is that if a value is ending with 1, a binary number is ending with 1, that's an indication that it is a odd number. Do you all agree with this statement? Let me explain you why. So, we all know that something like this is there. We all know that this is the 0th place of our binary number. This is first place and this is second place, right? And how do we put it? We put it 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. It's a basic binary to decimal conversion that we all do. And how do we do it? We multiply this with this, and we do addition to this value. Okay, so what is 2 to the power 0? 2 to the power 0 is 1, and 1 into 1 will give you 1. So by here you'll get the value as 1. Okay, moving on, 2 to the power 1 is 2, but when you multiply it with 0, it will give you 0. Correct? So it will be 0 and it will be 0 again. So you will get 1 out of it. To get a better example, let's suppose it was 1101. So this would have been 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, and 2 to the power 3. Okay, and what would have been the final value? This would always give you 1 no matter what, and rest of the values will be a multiple of 2. Agreed? Because somehow we are doing 2 to the power 4, that is 4, and 2 to the power 8 is 8. So 2 to the power 3 is 8. So 8 plus 4 will definitely be a even number. The only way we can get an odd number is making this 1. That's how it will be 2 to the power 0, that is 1 into 1 will give you 1. Rest of the other values will be a multiple of 2 for sure. So to make a odd binary number, you have to have this at the end. Fine, so that is clear, that we have to make last digit as 1. Secondly, you might have some additional ones as well. See here, you have one additional one. You might have some other additional ones as well. Now we all know how to maximize a number. We know that the farthest we go away from the last point, we know the more chances are to get a bigger value, because if you keep on going ahead, you will see you will have 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, and so on. So you know, to get a maximum value, you have to put the ones at the very last, so that the bigger values of multiple of 2's can get multiplied with it, and you will get a bigger value at the end of the day, right? So let's suppose we had something like this with us. Our first goal will be to get this occupied with 1, this place to occupied with 1, so that we are sure that it will be an odd number. Fine. Once that is done, we will be left with 2 ones, and next our goal will be to occupy these 2 ones at the very last, so that we can get the max value. So remaining ones we will add at the very last, or at the very end, on the very left hand side. Okay, so to this, what will happen, this will get replaced by 1. We had total 3 ones, right? So we'll add 1 here, rest of the 2 ones will occupy the last values in the left hand side, and whatever zeros are left will occupy the middle space. So this will give you the maximum odd decimal number that you can get out of this string. So something similar I have done here as well. It's a very very basic code. No complicated data structures are used here. It's just simple while loop with some counter, addition, minus, that's all. So what I did, my first intention was to count the number of ones that I have and to count the length of the string. Although that is not necessary, you can just do s dot length, that will work, but okay, I did it. uh, Now what you are going to see, you are just checking how many ones are there. That's all you are doing till this for loop. Okay, once you are here, I'm using string builder. You can use a normal string as well. The reason string builder is useful is when you keep on appending a value to a string builder, it takes O of 1 time, but the same values, if you add something at the end of a string, then it takes O of n time. So it replaces all the values and it goes linearly to the very last point and then adds the value. So it is O of n, whereas in string builder it's O of 1. So I always prefer a string builder over a string if I have to keep on adding something at the end. Fine. So once I had the resultant with me, I'll make sure that I leave one for the very last. But for the rest of the ones, I can keep them I'll keep on adding them till I'm just left with 1. So similar thing I did. I am looping over this while loop until my count reaches 1. Until unless so for this example, you know that I had 3 ones, right? So I will keep 1 aside for the very last, but by then I'll have 2 values of 1 that are still with me. So for those 2 values, I'll add on those ones to my resultant array. So it will so it will be 1 as of now. Then what I'll do, I'll say for the rest of the value, keep on adding 0. Okay, keep on adding 0 until the length is just reduced with 1, until we are just left with 1 value that needs to be occupied. And how we will occupy it? We'll occupy it with 1, saying that okay, for sure this will result in binary odd number, and these will make sure that I get the maximum 1. So this is how I'm doing. I'm making sure that if I assign 1 value here, for rest of the ones, they will go at the very start, and in the middle I'll have all the zeros, and in the end for sure we will have 1, so to make this a odd number. So this is a simple solution, nothing much. If you see the time complexity as well, it's hardly of of n, because we are just traversing over this entire string. That's it, where n stands for length of string, s. That's it. That's the explanation. Hope it helps, and see you tomorrow, most probably. Yep, bye.